Welcome to the Mystery Mouse Podcast. My name is Holly, and I'm coming to you from Colorado, where I live with my husband and our 5 kids and our many pets. And today is the first day of fall. It's September 21st, 2024. So this is a knitting and crochet and bookish podcast. So I am so excited about the fall. I'm so glad it's the fall. Oh. And it's only 70 degrees today, which if you go outside, it feels kind of cold. It's weird. I know 70 degrees is not cold, but anyway, it's just great. I'm trying to film while my 4 big kids are out of the house. My husband is putting Grady down for his nap, and my 4 big kids are at a youth thing for church. But I think they're on their way back. So I'm trying to hurry and get this done. I've been wanting to film for a long time, and I've just, I don't know, I could not get up the will to do it. And at first, it's so funny because at first I felt like I didn't have enough to talk about. Now I feel like I've got a little bit too much to talk about. So anyway, let's dive right in. First thing I want to talk about is finished objects. I finished my red wall socks, both of them. And these are just some socks I knit with my own yarn. I decided to do a stripy cuff and contrast heel and leave the toe in the regular color. I have quite a bit of this left, and I'm already using my leftovers. So I am so happy. This is the first finished pair of socks for myself in a long time. I think as soon as I finished these, I wore them like a lot. I just washed them, so that's why they're a little wrinkly, but I'm so happy. I kind of wish I had made them a tiny bit longer. I feel like pulling them up all the time, but they're still really nice, and they're really nice for when it's still a little bit hot because they're not very big. So I was so happy to get those done. These have been on my needles for probably a year and a half or something like that. So I'm really happy to get those done. Those are just for me. My next finished object is, here, I'll show this one first. This is another old whip. If you guys have been watching for a while, I think I made this. I was trying to get this done for Christmas last year. And when I saw that I wasn't going to make it, I think I just stopped working on it. This is a hat for Ivy. It's kind of a weird shape. I will put it on even though I'm going to look really silly. This is supposed to be for teenagers. So it's like a bonnet. It's really interesting. It's got tassels, and it just goes like this. And then I don't know why it has this little bump in the back. I mean, it's just the shape it is. And then it's supposed to be like slouchy. It's really cute, right? It's super cute. So it's interesting too, because the way you make it, you start here, right here, and you knit back. And I don't know if you guys can see this. It's like garter and stockinette altering. And then you get back to here where you are going to sew it up. And you just do garter. So that's the shape. And then you come back and you pick up the brim. That's why my brim is such a different color. But actually, I really like it. This was in a magazine. I will try to put the name of it and the designer. If I can find it, I'll link it below. But this is one of my favorite magazines. I think it was Knit Simple. I don't remember. But every year they would come out with like a gift knit magazine, and this was the best one. They did it like in categories, like they did for mom, for dad, for grandma, for grandpa, for the little boy, for the little girl, for the teen, for the party girl, for the best friend, for the coworker, for the pets, for the kitchen person. I don't know. So they had 3 or 4 patterns for each of those categories, and this was in the teen, like teen girl, category. And it was, theirs is just in a single color. And I held fingering weight 10 gram minis together. So I'm always looking for a place to do that. So three skeins together, and so I just kind of faded it. Anyway, it looks so cute on her. Ivy has become a hat person. She's 12, so she's just getting into that age where she wants to be cool and stuff. So then I made this one, and I actually had started this one before my last podcast, and I totally forgot to show it. This is just a Purl Soho, free Purl Soho pattern. I think it's the classic ribbed beanie or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, I will link it below, but it's just a ribbed hat and with nice decreases. And this is knit out of Knitty McPurly's special colorway she did for her first retreat, and some Knitty McPurly Surrey that I got. So it's just, I think the Surrey is in her bougie colorway, the very, very pale pink. So they went really nice together, and it's just a really soft, fuzzy hat. I was glad to finally use that because I'm going to the Knitty McPurly retreat in January, and I wanted to make sure I had used this special skein before then. This is getting kind of stretched out, I think. This is just a nice little, it should not be this big, but she has been wearing this every day, like around the house. She wore it to co-op, even though it was, 88 degrees. She's dedicated. So those, I think, are my only finished objects. And what I'm wearing. Well, here, I'll talk about this. This is an old sweater I made a long time ago for Teddy when he was like 12, maybe. I don't remember. I went through this phase where I put a lot of, I put a patch on his sweater to like make it more cool for him to wear. So he is my Nintendo kid. So this, I think this is a Paper Mario. And, anyway, he has since outgrown this. He's 16 now, and he's big. And I was trying to get Ivy to wear this, and she was like, no, ew. So I just put it on, and it fits me, which I cannot tell you what that did for my self-esteem. But anyway, Paper Mario is one of my favorite games. Well, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. I played through that game when I was pregnant with Teddy, and I was on bed rest for a couple weeks before he was born, and it just came out for the Switch, and so I'm playing through it again. But I have this other sweater, I thought I'd show you. This is also one of Teddy's old sweaters, and it did not used to be this small. It went through the wash accidentally and got felted, which is okay because it didn't fit him, and the elbows are completely worn through. This is knit in Knit Picks Wonder Fluff. So, I mean, this is the thing about Teddy. He just wears his sweaters to death, which is great. So I was trying to get Grady to wear it because it felted really nicely. It's just kind of a wide cropped sweater now. But I'm thinking about taking the Bowser off and putting him on my new sweater. The only thing is, he's facing the same way as Mario. So should I put him over here? It just seems weird. I mean, I guess you could pretend Mario is chasing him. Or should I put it like underneath Mario, like Mario is jumping on him? Or down in the bottom? I don't know. But I think I might steal that because he is also Paper Mario Bowser. So, but do beware, Knit Picks Wonder Fluff evidently felts. And although, I don't know, if nobody wants to wear this, I might cut it up because it's, it's firm. It's like felt. I have been on a little bit of a finishing kick, which is really nice. I'm kind of scared it's going to go away. But I picked up, this is in my Delightful Works bag with the little bees on it. This is my Audrey sweater by Knitty McPurly, and I cast off the bottom. I bound off the bottom. Dun, dun. So, and I've tried it on and it fits really nice. Now I just have to do the sleeves, and actually I have started working on the sleeves. And And these are big enough sleeves that I am just using a 16-inch circular needle on them right now. So I have worked on those. And there's not too many decreases in this sleeve, which is kind of nice just because I don't have to worry about it too much. I don't have to think about it. So anyway, as soon as I cast off the bottom, I got my sleeve needle ready and everything because I'm notoriously bad about not wanting to do sleeves. So I just decided to try to get it done. So that is my Audrey sweater. Any encouraging comments about that would be great because I just need to get it done. And I kind of forget about it. I don't know why, but I would really like to be able to wear this. I would love to be able to get this done by my birthday, which is in a few weeks. My birthday is in October. I mean, I know when my birthday is, but it's in about 3 weeks, I think. My birthday is in about 3 weeks. So I would love to get this done by then so that I can cast on like a birthday sweater. That would be nice. Okay, this is another Delightful Works bag with Rifle Paper Company. Oh, I love the gold fabric. And I finally picked this up again, and you will see why in a minute. But this is Grady's little Gramps cardigan. I finished one sleeve a long time ago, and then I needed the needle for something else, and so I told myself, this is ridiculous. I'm just going to finish this other sleeve before I steal the needle, and it never happens. Also, because I tried it on him, and this one sleeve fits perfect. So if I wait too much longer, he's going to be completely too big for this sweater. So I figured, well, this will be nice. He can wear it this fall and hopefully this winter. And I really want it for wearing to church and stuff because I think it looks so cute with a little dress shirt. So I've started picking up the stitches for the front band. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm hoping it won't take too long, even though sometimes those big front bands can take a long time, but it is toddler sized. So this is just knit in my Grady Fletcher colorway from last year and a blue that I dyed up, which I really like. I dyed up just for this sweater. And I don't even remember what size I'm doing. I think I'm doing the 5th size. But you know how tin can knits are. They have like a million sizes. So that is his little Gramps cardigan. Now the reason I almost stole the needles is because I, sort of on a whim, when I finished those socks, decided I have all these skeins of sock yarn left over that, you know, are from just different pairs of socks that I've done. And you know, you don't need a lot of yarn to make a pair of socks if you have, you know, kind of average sized feet. So, I decided, well, I probably have enough to make a stripy sweater for Grady, and that would be a nice fast thing, and indeed it was. So I think I finished this, and I've got a story with this too, but, so this is knit with actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different yarns because I held 2 fingering weight yarns together. And so this is the color of my socks plus an orange mini. So it made it a little bit oranger. Isn't that interesting? And then this dark green is the Ferdian Cogs colorway, which is like a green and blue, and my old Poirot colorway, and together they make this really nice dark green marl, some blue. And then this, I don't even remember what this is. It's black and white. I'm pretty sure I bought this. I don't think that I dyed this, but I just held it double for this. And then this is one of the main reasons I wanted to do this. I knit him a flax light with this colorway from Southern Storytime. It's the Very Hungry Caterpillar, and it had a little red mini. And then I got another one of her like storybook yarns. This is Goodnight Moon, and it had the orange mini that I'm using with the red wall color. And so I'm holding these two together. So these are both Southern Storytime. And she's on Etsy. I think she's still dying. But she has a lot of book colorways, so I really like that. And that is making this. And then it starts over. So I tell you, there is something about striped projects. They're so satisfying. I did 5 rounds for each stripe. And I did do some short rows in the back, which were not in the pattern. I just did them in the first stripe. And this also just fits him. Okay, but this was my story. When I first did this, okay, I circled the pattern, number I was going to do, whatever. I didn't check my gauge or anything, whatever. So I got to the end of the fourth. So I got to the end of the red stripe here, and I thought I better count my stitches and see if I'm ready to split for the sleeves, right? And I had blown past the number that I was supposed to get to. It was not a lot, but like a few. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just split for the sleeves right now. Well then, I mean, it was big enough, like I finished the entire body. It was big enough and it fit him fine. I tried it on him, but the bottom of the sleeve where it reconnected was right in his armpit. And it just looked kind of funny too on the, just laid out. It looked very like bottom heavy because the sleeves were so short. The sleeve, what is that called? The arm side. So I did not want to rip out the entire body of the sweater. So I cut it. I cut it in this green stripe, and I reconnected the yarn up here, and I just knit straight through the green stripe and 2 rounds of the white. And then I unraveled the green stripe and 2 rounds of the white in the body, and I Kitchenered it all the way around, which took forever. But I don't think you can tell, and I am so glad I didn't have to knit the whole sweater again. So now it looks much better on him. It goes to a more comfortable place under him, under his arm, and it is just going to be so cute. So I'm going to, I'm running kind of low on some of my colors. The yellow colors are 2 Chicken Lady mini skeins that were in her Flowers of the Month mini skein thingy from last year. I got the October marigolds. So I just am using the 2 yellows. I just wanted something like sunny and happy. So this one is more like a straight golden yellow, and this one's like golden yellow with orange. So together they're making this really cute, like, this really cute, like yellow orange. So, but I mean, I have this much left. Actually, I think I'm doing pretty good on those. I have only this much left of the orange mini, which came with my Goodnight Moon. So I'm not sure how many sleeve stripes this will do. I just did red. So next we'll be finishing the white, and then the yellow, and then the lighter green, and then the red. So I kind of figure if I can get down to here on both sleeves and I don't run out of orange, then maybe I will be okay to the end. I'm not sure what color I'm going to end up on. I guess I'll have to just try it on him and see how long the sleeves need to be. But all the other colors actually I have quite a bit of, so I think I'll be fine. I mean, this is the smallest one because this was a bigger or more of a leftover, not a bigger leftover. But these ones, I still have a lot left, so I could probably do another sweater for him, but that would be a little much. I need to start another scrappy blanket project, I think. And that is what I wanted to steal the little circular needle for, was for doing those sleeves. So I was not letting myself do those sleeves until I finished that other sleeve, which I have now done. Okay, I have also worked on some other socks for me. This is another old abandoned sock whip This is a bag I bought at the Interweave Yarn Fest, I think last year, not this year. And I already have one sock done. This is the Bull and Blossom colorway by Kane Hand Dyes, and it's just a very highly variegated skein. And doesn't it go nicely with this bag? It's kind of amazing. It's really fun to match your bag in your project. So this is how much I have done. It's not a lot, but I'm into the vanilla part of the sock, so I will be, it's really nice, you know, as you know, to have a vanilla project. Oh, here's this needle. I was looking for that. This is the contrast color because this was a sock set. And it's really pretty. It's like a, I don't know what you would call it. It's like fawn, but it will be really nice. I'm just going to do it for the heels with my sock. This has also been on my needles probably for 1.5 years, so I would like to get those done. Also because I really enjoy wearing a new pair of socks. The other pair of socks that I'm working on is in this little bag by Stolen Minutes. And this is David's cat socks. So I have one sock done. I think I showed you this last time. And I've started the second sock. I'm actually doing pretty good on this. These, I'm knitting in size 2 instead of size 1. I usually do my socks in size 1. So this is the color Mau Mau by Chicken Lady Fiber Arts. And I'm knitting these in loving memory of David's cat Pepper. And I'm going to do this stroll black for the heels. So I have that in there all ready to go. And I am looking forward to getting those done for him. If I get them done, even if I get them done kind of soon, I might save them for Christmas. Don't tell him. So hopefully he will forget about them if, you know, I don't say anything. I am crocheting a little pumpkin out of my All Creatures Great and Small club colorway for our book club. Our Fancy Reading Needle Craft Club is currently reading All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot, and I dyed a special yarn for it, and I am gonna just make a little pumpkin. This is, I'm just crocheting it. I started doing single crochet here at the bottom, and it was killing me. It was so slow. So I changed to half double crochet, and I was really worried that you'd be able to tell, but, and I mean, you can, but I mean, you have to really be looking, and this can just be the bottom of the pumpkin. So I just need to get it a little bit taller, and then I can sew it together and gather the top and the bottom and make a little book. This is what it looks like in the ball. I just hand wound it. This is a DK skein. So it's got some green and a lot of brown speckles, and there's some blue and some orange because the brown broke. The dye broke. And I think it's working up really nice. So that is my book club project. I'm crocheting this with a really tiny hook. This is the hook I usually use for fingering weight, but I figured since it's like a stuffy, it'll be nice and dense. It's an E hook, 3.5 millimeters. So tiny. I have not done any work on Grady's little lion, so I need to work on that. I think I'm not looking forward to just knitting the endless little rows of the other arm, so I might do the head, and that might be more motivation. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I have some future projects that I am wanting to cast on, so I thought I would tell you about those. Okay, first of all, in this bag, this is the Delightful Works bag. I have taken one of my Rackety Tam skeins. This is a DK skein. This is in my current Midsummer and at Redwall. I think it's called Collection. And it's just a really nice golden brown. So I want to make Toby a hat. I wanted to make him a Redwall inspired hat. So that's one of my projects. I think I'm just going to do the classic cuffed beanie, if that is okay for DK, if I can figure it out. And make him a hat. I asked him about which colorway he would like, and he said he thought that one would be good. Another project that I am hoping to cast on soon is a colorwork cowl that's in the Dog Days issue of Blocked magazine. Neil designed a bunch of dog silhouette cowls, and one of them is named after Watson. It's the Dachshund one. So I thought I would really like to make that with these two. This is Rackety Tam, and this is an old colorway of mine in a DK sock set I had called Bobbing for Apples. So I thought these would look really nice together. I think I'm just in a brown mood because everything I want to do is brown. The other thing I want to do is Summer Lee has her Colorwork Cuff Club, and I bought that in August, and I haven't done anything with it yet, but I would really kind of like to make that the first cuff from August. She actually had two for August. She had one that was like a granny stripe pattern in knitting, and also a flower one, and I'd kind of like to make the flower one with my Wolfman sock set. Wouldn't that be pretty with the purple flowers? So this is part of my monster movie series that I did. So anyway, I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm making myself finish my other socks first. David's socks and my my Bull and Blossom socks. I gotta finish these first, and then I will allow myself to cast on another sock. So I think those are all of my future projects. I still have not cast on Ivy's elf sweater, so I need to do that too. So now for some acquisitions. Pumpkin, what are you doing? What are you doing? I bought myself a new bag from the Susan of Delightful Work. She had these pumpkin bags in her shop. I don't know if she still has any. She also had some smaller ones that were like quilted leaves. They were so cute too, but I love pumpkins. My birthday is in October, so I figured this is like a little early birthday gift to myself. I haven't really used it yet. I have some stuff in here. They're mostly projects that don't have a bag. And so I've been keeping, it's a nice big bag. I've been keeping several things in here. But I'm kind of hoping when I get to my birthday in the middle of October, I can cast on a new birthday project for myself, and I will use this bag. So, also I have some cross stitch acquisitions, and actually I should show you my cross stitch project. It's in this flat thing, because I actually have been working on this quite a bit. This is the Spirit of America by Brooks Books. And I am right here. Oh, doesn't it look nice? I was so excited when I got the skirt done, and so then I did the body and the sleeves, and I'm still working on I don't have all of this done yet, and I'm starting to make my way up to her face. Looks a little creepy, actually. But then she's got a hat and arms and everything, and then I have to do the wings and all that stuff. So, but I think the skirt, this was just the most stitching of the whole thing. So I'm well over halfway, I think. And I'm really excited, hoping to get that done for Christmas time. Put on my America tree. But Lindy Stitches was having a thing they called Stash Fest. I get this little sticker. And they were going to some wholesale cross-stitch market and buying patterns, and then they would ship the patterns. So like you would buy from Lindy Stitches, but they were buying from the designers. So I bought 3 patterns. This one is called Fairy Wool in the Wood. That's the company. This one is called Beauty and the Beast by Fairy Wool in the Wood. It's from her Tiny Fairy Tales collection, number 2. Is this little adorable Beauty and the Beast. It's so cute. I just love it. So, and it's little, and it comes with, this came with stickers and a little charm. It's that little, well, it's this little rose charm. So that is very cool. So I got that, and I got this from Counting Puddles. It's called Crafty Cats. Yeah. And I really love this. I might change some of the colors of the cats to look more like my cats. And then I got this one called Congress of Eagles by Siren Stitch Works. And I was also thinking of my little America tree for these. I like these all of these. I might make some of them into ornaments for my little America tree. You know, I'm kind of the old cross stitch school that's like, you know, you do a picture with your cross stitch and make it, you know, look realistic or whatever. I don't know. And this is kind of in that modern, like, do everything in one color. So, you know, you follow the chart, but you don't have to keep changing colors and stuff like that. And I don't think I've ever done a cross stitch like that. I would kind of like to tackle, because I like big projects, I would kind of like to tackle a long dog someday. And if you're a cross stitcher, you know what that is. I especially like the Templar Knights one. That one's really cool. But there's a few that are really neat. But anyway, so I'm excited about cross stitching those. I am a very extremely slow cross stitcher, so, but I just wanted to have these for someday. Okay, so my kids have returned. They're all talking loudly in different rooms. And Grady is supposed to be taking a nap, but he is not asleep. I can hear him talking also. So I'm still reading the Mrs. Polifax series by Dorothy Gilman. And I was so excited. I went to used bookstore and I got these 3 books, which I was missing. Mrs. Polifax and the Hong Kong Buddha, Mrs. Polifax and the Golden Triangle, and Mrs. Polifax and the China Station. This one was so good. I don't know why it was so good, but it was amazing. For one thing, I felt like she either really went to China or she had some excellent research, because I felt like I was there, which was really cool. So this one really stood out to me. So I think I am missing the next one. So I want to look for it online, because I really want to read them in order. And then I've only got 1 or 2 more and they're all done. But at the same place, I got those, which is my Second and Charles used bookstore. I picked this up. This is The Crooked Hinge by John Dixon Carr. So this is sort of your classic, I don't know. I wonder what year it was published. Let me see. This was published in 1938. Okay, so 1938. John Dixon Carr. Now, when I'm at a bookstore and I'm looking at the used books, typically what I do is I just look for the old spines. The spine looks like this, I'm interested. Because I am not so much one for newer books. And so anyway, so I picked this up and I was like, John Dixon Carr, that sounds familiar. And indeed, he is the one who wrote a short story in this book. This is a short story murder mystery collection. Now, sometimes I like short stories and sometimes I don't. I find that if they are mysteries, they almost never have a happy ending. And I do not like stories that don't have a happy ending. I have like a thing about it. But, so just be aware. But John Dixon Carr sometimes wrote under the name Carter Dixon. And he is very famous for the locked room mystery. And so it's kind of like, you know, a person gets murdered in a locked room and no one knows how it was done. And sort of, it's the puzzle of it. It's not necessarily like a psychological thing like Agatha Christie or anything like that. It would be more like a Dorothy L. Sayers, where it's the puzzle of how did they do this. So the story by Carter Dixon in this book is called, I will tell you, it's called Blind Man's Hood. And it is the scariest story I have ever read in my entire life. You remember in Ramona how she had the book with the gorilla in it that scared her, and she had to like take it out of her room and put it in a different room under a pillow? I had to do that with this book when I read this. This was years ago. Years ago I read this book. So that story scared me so much. And it's not like, this is not a book of horror stories, right? They're mysteries. So if you like scary stories, I highly recommend it. It was really good. I was reading it like this the whole time, but it was scary. So anyway, I'm both intrigued and excited and a little bit nervous about reading this book because I do not like scary things. I'm the kind of person who, when it gets to be this time of year and they start showing all the like horror movie commercials, I have to like, I can't do it. So anyway, I just thought I would share that. If you really like scary stories, I highly recommend that one. Okay, so go find it. And I also got this in my biography phase. I got this autobiography by Michael Kane. This is him. Which, of course, I mostly know Michael Kane from his work in the 90s. You know, he's Scrooge in The Muppet Christmas Carol, and he's in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin. And he's Alfred in some of the newer Batman movies, right? So anyway, but I heard the story one time of how he met his wife, and I thought it was so interesting. So I picked this up, and I'm actually reading this right now. This is what I'm currently reading. Where am I? Oh, stink. I took my bookmark out. I think I was about, I don't know. I'm like this far in. And I'm really enjoying it. He grew up in London, and he was a little boy during World War II, so that was interesting. And then he went to Korea because he was in the national service for 2 years, and so that's kind of where I am right now. And that's really interesting too. I never think about the Korean War. It's so much less like drummeled into our minds, so much less than like World War II. It seems like, oh, that wasn't a big deal. But of course, if you had to go there, it was a big deal. So that's really interesting, and I'm really enjoying that. By the way, I do think this is the worst name for a book I have ever heard. What's it all about? I know I can imagine him saying that, but like, you're writing the book, don't you know? Anyway, I just think it's funny. All right, so I talked about my stuff, all my projects, future projects, books. Okay, in my shop right now, I just wanted to let you know there is one advent calendar left. So, and if it doesn't sell by October 1st, I'm taking it out because I want to know how many I'm having to make. And so if you want the Murder, She Wrote inspired advent calendar, the time is now. Also, there's only one left, so if somebody beats you to it, it's too late. Also, I have 2 emotional support chicken kits left. if you were interested in the 90s emotional support chicken. And I also have some of my movie monster sock sets left, if you're interested in those. Great fall knitting. But I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for all your comments. I love reading comments, so please tell me what you're working on. Did you buy anything for Stash Fest from Lindy Stitches? Are you trying to finish up projects, or do you have castonitis? I definitely have castonitis right now. I want to cast everything on. I want to like knit everything, make everything, and I don't have time to do that. So we did start our co-op again, and choir has started at church again. So life is just moving along at a breakneck pace, and but I'm so glad I got to talk to you a little bit today. Please let me know what you're working on and how you're doing, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.